this mess right here, this will have to be another video. It just been extremely too hot for me to be out here to do anything to my garden, but I am going to get around to pulling all this up. As you can see over here, my cucumbers, those plants have died out, and right here my bell pepper plants are still holding on. I'm thinking about pulling up my bell pepper plants and maybe just replanting them in buckets so that I can get this ready for my fall planting. So that's what I plan on doing with these garden beds, and I think I may have to put down some more mulch and do a lot of weeding, as you can see. All right, I'm back in my garden area. I'm about to get ready to pull all of these old things up. I've already emptied out this space right here. This is where I gotten the bell pepper plants out of, and there was also a lot of weeds in there that I pulled out as well. I only left this banana pepper plant in here just for right now. I am going to move it. I have hope that my pepper plants will revive back after they get pulled up. So the tomato plants are pretty much done, and I'm going to go ahead and pull all of that up because I do have some seedlings, some new seedlings that I will be putting in place in these garden beds here. And I am going to be careful because I don't know if there's spiders or harmful insects in these weeds here, so I'm gonna try to be mindful of that. So I'm just gonna put you guys down so that you know, you can watch me pull up these weeds and get my garden area back together. Right, so these are all the pepper plants that I have replanted in these buckets. So there's the green bell pepper, the banana pepper, my jalapeno pepper plants, my cayenne pepper, my banana pepper plants, and my Tabasco pepper plants. And I know that the leaves are looking droopy and unhealthy at the right now, but the reason why they may look like that is because the temperatures have been excessively hot. So it could have something to do with the weather and also me not tending to them like I would. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks that they will produce new leaves. They're going to look droopy like this because they're going to go through a transplant shock. And while they're going through a transplant shock, it can make the pepper seem like they are wilted and dead, but actually they're not. The stems on all of these pepper plants are still green, which indicates that they still have life. So they just need a little bit of nourishment. And also, if you guys didn't know, I did start me some pineapple plants. So at the grocery store, I bought a couple of fresh pineapples, and I took those pups and twist off like the top part of the pineapple, which would be, this right here. You let it dry for a couple of days, and then you're gonna stick it, just not the whole plant, but you're just gonna stick the base of it in a jar of water. Let me back up. Before you put it in the water, you're gonna take off a couple of the bottom leaves so that the more of the base is more exposed. You're gonna put it in water, a jar of water, only the base part, so that it can regenerate roots. And you normally let it sit in water for like a week or two. You should be seeing some roots, but make sure you change the water out if it gets too, grimy or whatever. And then once you get some roots, then you will stick it in a pot of soil and, let it do what it do. Pineapple plants can take up to 2 years, 1 to 2 years to grow a pineapple. So, if you're not patient with, the timing of, wanting to grow these, then I would say don't try it. But me, I like to try to grow different things to see if I can do it. Ain't no harm. And if it didn't work out, it just didn't work out. I'll just learn from my mistakes and try it again. But this is all the pepper plants that I have planted on my patio on my back porch. Good morning. This is Sunday, a week later from the first few clips that I showed you guys. So when I was showing you guys all the seedlings that I had in the house under my grow light. I was able to plant out my green beans. So these are my green beans. I do have a netting around those green beans, and it looked like something is, kind of eating at them. So I might have to come out here with some type of pest stuff and kind of sprinkle it on them. But they appear to be doing pretty well, so I went on ahead and got them planted out last week Sunday. And also the 3 squash plants, I also was able to get those planted out as well into these grow bags. And I think I'm just going to plant the rest of my squash plants in these grow bags here. I do have a few more squash plants that I have to plant out. And I also have some mustard greens. Thinking about planting them inside of like my little raised beds like this, where it's going to be in partial shade. And I want to see how they do. And also my broccoli seedlings are coming up pretty well too, so I'm thinking I'm going to get those separated so that they can have their own space to grow as well, and I can try to get those planted out. Okay, so this is my backyard garden area. This is where I was pulling up all the weeds out of these 4 metal garden raised beds here. This is where I originally had my green bell pepper plants and also my Roma tomato plants planted at, and also this metal raised bed over here is what had my cucumbers. So of course those the time for those cucumbers have run out. So as you can see, it's already dried up and dead. All I have to do is clean that one out. But to protect the dirt inside of my raised garden beds from like my cats or whatever, because they thinking that these are litter boxes, I put a tarp over all 4 of them so that nothing doesn't contaminate my soil. And I'm not too much worried about this one over here because the soil is dry, and I haven't did anything with that soil as of yet, so I know they're not gonna touch that raised bed over there. So I want to show you guys the progress of my corn. But first, before I show you guys my progress of the corn, I just want to show you guys, this is my blueberry bush, one of my blueberry bushes here. This was originally in my front garden bed area, and I dug it up. It was in the springtime, and I dug it up and I planted it back here. It didn't produce maybe just a few blueberries on it, so no production yet. I'm hoping next year there'll be production. And this tall one right here is my mulberry bush. I didn't know that it was gonna grow tall and up, but when I bought it, it was in a pot. It was like just a small little plant inside of a pot, and it has shot up. So maybe next year I think I'll have a harvest of berries from this one. And this is my other blueberry bush right here as well. So I'm not for sure like of why like the leaves are dying off and they're like turning like this little golden reddish color, but I'm not for sure if it's due to it being too hot outside, or it's just time for it to maybe kind of die off and do its thing until next year. I'm not for sure. Okay, so here's the update on the corn. So the corn is holding up. It's still growing well. Now there is some pest damage on the corn as well, and I recently had to use a product called 7. Like I had to sprinkle it on the corn plants because something was just terribly eating at it and leaving behind its residue and everything. So I'm going to continue to keep watch on the corn, and I also gave it some fish fertilizer as well. So just gonna keep watch on it. And also with this back garden area, I won't be planting anything in it until I'm hoping next month when it cool down some. Because as of right now, it's still too hot for me to plant out any fall crops out here. Because this area right here receives a lot of sun, like a lot of full sun. The area where my greenhouse is receives full sun partially throughout the day, but for most of the day it's partial sunlight because there's trees kind of hanging over it. These are my squash plants that I will be planting in grow bags. So I have some new grow bags right here, and they are 5 gallon. So I'm going to plant, let's see, I have about 5 squash plants that has popped up. There's a little baby one right there, so I might just leave that one be and maybe wait for it to pop up as well. Not for sure. I had some more that was supposed to have popped up in these other 2 cells, but they haven't yet. But these are ready to go. I prepared my soil in this little kiddie pool right here. So all I have to do is put it in my grow bags. So this is just some old soil from some old grow bags, and I just added a bag of black cow manure and some stay green potting mix soil with fertilizers. So I just mixed all that up to make the soil replenish those nutrients back in the soil and make it more alive again. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the dirt in the grow bags, and then I'll bring you guys back when I plant in the squash plants. All right, y'all, so this is the inside of my little makeshift greenhouse here. I haven't been in here in months, so as you can see, it looks horrible, but that's okay. I'm gonna come in and try to get this cleaned up. I just hope I don't run into anything unpleasant. It's been a while since I've been in here, but this is where I had my brassicas, my greens, and my broccoli. And I just built this in the springtime, so it's only been just a few months. So I'm gonna try to step in here and get it cleaned out, and I will bring you guys back. All right, so after cleaning up my little greenhouse, I mixed up some more soil for my grow bags, and I'm going to plant in my mustard greens right here. So some of them I may double up together in a grow bag. The ones that I think have a strong possibility of growing on their own, I might just have them to themselves in the 5-gallon grow bags here. So once I'm done planting all of these in the grow bags, then I'm going to put all of them inside of the greenhouse. Due to the fact that it's still summertime, no mustard greens don't like very high heat. So I know a grow house temperatures in a grow house can also be extremely hot, but I've cut out like little box holes inside of my greenhouse so that it can air out, and it won't, I would say suffocate the plants, like make it too hot for them. So I'm going to place these inside of the greenhouse. For the last few mustard green plants, I went on ahead and used one of my kiddie pools to plant the rest of the mustard green plants in. So they are inside my grow house, along with the with these grow bags with the mustard greens in them as well. So I'm just gonna give these some water, and that's going to be pretty much it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know it's super hot outside, depending on where you're from. Of course, in the South, the temperatures are still well over 90 degrees here in the South. But hopefully, if you all are gardeners, I hope you guys are being careful out here in the heat. And also, have anybody started on their fall gardening yet? Well, this concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday, or enjoyed your Sunday, or whenever you see this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful and productive and blessed week coming up this week. And you guys be blessed. And I will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a wonderful and blessed day. And God bless.